Hey y'all. Welcome to Oneness Connection Tarot with myself, Ashley Nicole Phillips. Fun fact, I am the biblically prophesied Messiah, just like you. With me coming into alignment with, who God crafted me to be, with getting into further alignment with my true authentic frequency, with my soul, with my DNA, I've been shown and told, who I am in greater levels and depths as I traverse this journey called life. And I have the understanding that all is one. So every dimension and aspect of creation is only a mirror of the next dimension and aspect of creation. What I have in me, what I can access within me, is what you can access within you. What your neighbor can access within themselves is what you can access within you. We are dimensions and aspects of the oneness of all things, or we, greatly term as God. The creation termed as God. Oneness Connection Tarot, I'm super excited. This channel is going to be more of an energy healing, messages, channel like galactic messages for the human collective. So if you're here, there's probably an energy or message that is going to assist you with upliftment in your reality, within yourself, within your life, getting into greater alignment with your truest truths or your truest frequencies. Is everything is energy. Everything is energy. A lot of the times, it's what energies are you acting out of? What energies are you acting out of? Are you acting out of energies that are authentic to who you were created to be? Or are you acting out of energies in which you accumulated through your life experiences, through situations, throughout your life? We incarnate with energies. We come in with energies. Jewish culture, Hebrew word tikkun, means to rectify. So we come in or karmic energies, Sanskrit karma, Hebrew tikkun. We come in with these energies that we embody that project our reality, right? So the way we picture our family a lot of the times, the way we picture our loved ones, the way we picture others, it's not how they truly are. It's not their true frequencies, but it's energies, tikkuns, karmic patternings with us that we incarnated with in order to learn from through the way we interact with ourselves and others in our reality, in order to up-level into out of karmic patternings and into dharmic patternings, or into our dharma, or our true soul's frequency, or the purpose of our creation. As the purpose of our creation, our lives, the way we show up in our lives, it all stems from the embodiment of stems from the energy of the energies we embody. So the way we show up in our lives are depicted through and by the energies we embody. So we come in with tikkun, Hebrew, karma, Sanskrit. We come in with these energies that we're supposed to learn from and up-level out of. A lot of the times what we do is we chain ourselves to our karmic patternings because we continue to perceive our reality, people in our reality, in the ways in which they showed up when we were embodying our tikkuns, when we were embodying our karmic patternings. And as we do this, we don't allow for true transcendence within our reality. We don't allow for true up-leveling within our reality in order to experience reality through our unique frequential patterning, or through our soul, through our spirits, through the authenticity in which we were created to be and live as. So, that was some channeling energies. I hope you picked something up that assists you on your journey. This video is actually about spiritual alignment. As you probably saw by the title, this video is about spiritual alignment. So that's beautiful. That it's going to flow us into the channel message or oracle message, I'm pretty sure. So I'm using Alana Fairchild Rumi Oracle, an invitation into the heart of the divine, artwork by Rizzoli. So I'm going to pull a card and then I'll show the picture. We'll read the oracle on the card and then we'll channel whatever messages want to come through. Again, healing messages. I'm not a licensed physician, so any ailments or, please consult your doctors. Please consult your doctors. Please consult your doctors. Okay, so let's see. I'm actually being guided to a specific card. Let me see if it'll come back out. I think whatever comes out will be fine. Here, yep. I know it'll come back. This is the card I saw in my mind's eye. I was being guided to pull back out. The Cloak of Christ. the cloak of Christ. In the school of humanity, you reside on the king's throne. Your soul has been ravaged, and you are succumbing to weariness. That which plagues you is not as powerful as you fear. Exhaustion is not a sign that something must be done, so much as a sign that something must be received. Aloud, accept divine refuge now. Dear humanity, elevation is a journey. Elevation is a journey, and not just a journey, but elevation is life. As you continue your life, allow yourself to be birthed out of stagnation by allowing yourself to perceive yourself in reality in which you would want to be received in the highest form of beingness. Dear ones, it's only half of the battle, half of the fight, half of the mission to perceive yourself in a greater light. The other half of the battle, the other half of the fight, the other half of the mission, in which you guys call the darkness, is to perceive the darkness in your glory, in your luminosity. When you perceive the darkness as what it is, wonderment, as new levels of understanding, as a cloak upon Christedness, or the oneness of all things, you allow yourself to illuminate the darkness, elevate the darkness. And as you illuminate and elevate the darkness, you illuminate and elevate the oneness of all things. As you illuminate and elevate the oneness of all things, you allow for what you, dear ones, are waiting for. Fifth dimensional living, or reality, a human being of human culture, planet Earth, that is liberated from the old karmic patternings, the old mental patternings, the old ways of being in which have succumbed humanity to weariness, succumb humanity to war, succumb humanity to disease, succumb humanity to poverty, succumb humanity to famine. Dear humanity, every happening on your planet is no way out of your control. Every happening on your planet is the collective working of the collective consciousness of humanity. Everything that transpires is product of the collective consciousness of humanity, as humanity begins to no longer fight self or subject others in self to low patterning consciousness thinking, being judgment. As you judge one another, you don't allow for. As you judge one another, you cast an energetic entrapment, an energetic web in which traps that place, person, or thing within the confinements of the judgment, within the confinements of the energies of proclivity, within the confinement of the energies of the makings of that in which you judged. The only way to alleviate the famine, alleviate the disease, alleviate the corruption, alleviate the war, alleviate the violence, alleviate the self-hatred, alleviate the hatred of others, is to become more compassionate. Become more compassionate. Become more compassionate. Allow yourselves to align your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit with the understanding that all is truly one. That in which you judge, that in which you perceive is only a dimension of yourself, as you all live in your own realities. You all live, dear human beings, in your own universes. So when you come in contact with someone who angers you, you are coming in contact with a dimension of yourself in which is being mirrored back to yourself in order for you to learn and love that dimension and aspect of yourself, as every dimension and aspect of yourself is to assist you in elevating into new conscious awareness of self, or new conscious awareness of the oneness of all things, in which you know is God. The oneness of all things in which you know is God. The oneness of all things in which you know is God. Thank you, humanity. Awesome, awesome. Again, that was the Cloak of Christ. And that was a channel message from the Pleiadean Collective. Pleiadean Collective. Pleiadean Collective. Pleiadians are star beings. They're humanoid star beings. and they reside in a dimensionality in which you have to be synced to in order to perceive. And when you perceive it, you're going to perceive it in different ways, different lights. It all depends on your journey. Everyone's unique. Everyone's unique. Everyone's unique. Every individual is so unique. So the way we perceive is going to be different. Myself, when I first began my conscious rapid ascension journey, I was asked, you know, by Spirit, how do you want us to communicate with you? I said energy. I said energy. Just let me feel the energies. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to see nothing. I was so scared. I was like, I don't want to see. Just show me. Just let me perceive the energies. And that's how it's been. I channel the energies, and I can read the energies and channel and speak to writing, words, music. I can channel the energies, art. I can channel the energies in order to perceive synchronicities. I can channel the energies in order to pick up messages from different dimensions of creation, different dimensions of God or the spirit realm. That was the Pleiadean collective of the Pleiades star cluster in our Milky Way galaxy. Fun fact, they seated human beings on a timeline, because there are multiple timelines, on a timeline of creation, which is a part of my Akashic knowing. On a timeline of creation, the Pleiadians assisted with the evolution of the human beings, as the Pleiadians seeded the human being's genome with God consciousness or divinity. So that's a timeline of creation. Like humanity, we're an amalgamation of many timelines and many beings, spaces, and places of creation to make up the human being of planet Earth. That's why we're also different, and we can perceive differently, because we have energetic access to tap into, to vibrate with, in order to match in frequency, in order to perceive these realities, these dimensions, spaces, and places, in order to experience life in a more expanded way, outside of our boxes of proclivity, or outside of karmic patternings of past human consciousness, past human activity. And I channel biblically prophesied Messiah. So the messages that I channel from God and from God's creation, I publish within the Kingdom Things podcast. The Kingdom Things podcast is available to listen to, watch for free on YouTube, Kingdom Things podcast on YouTube, and Kingdom Things podcast on Spotify as well. You can watch all of and experience all the channeled energies and messages through the Kingdom Things podcast. I specialize in necromancy, or I can perceive energies, beings that have, humans that have passed, that are no longer dwelling within this realm of reality. A lot of that really cool information you'll find in the Kingdom Things podcast. I'm really glad that you found Oneness Connection Tarot. If something resonated with you, like the video, subscribe, share, to assist with the upliftment of the human consciousness. You know, every moment that we're alive, we're assisting with the upliftment of the human consciousness. But if you would like to join this journey with myself, I'd be more than happy to have you within the channel community, Oneness Connection Tarot, as well as Kingdom Things podcast. The Kingdom Things podcast community. It's fun over there. It's a lot of fun over there. Learn a lot of really cool things. Like I'm coming into the intimate relationship with myself. The way we relate with ourselves is likened to the way we relate to the oneness of all things. And the oneness of all things is God. So the way we relate to ourselves is the way we relate to the oneness of all things. And however you perceive God, take it that way. Because I know we all perceive God in different ways. So the way you perceive God, take it that way. The way we relate with ourselves is likened to the way we relate to the oneness of all things. So if you want to experience a more exuberant, a more fulfilling life, we have to relate with ourselves in a more exuberant and a more fulfilling way, in a more intimate way, which is super exciting. You know, I was fearful of viewing like apparitions and things like that, or ghosts. I was fearful of it. I now have the understanding that all is one. Reality, all is one. So we really are spirit. We're just vibrating at a different frequency. We're vibrating at a denser frequency, or a slower frequency than what we would call an apparition. Like, the only difference between us and an apparition or a ghost is that the apparition or a ghost, the energy of the apparition or the ghost is vibrating at a higher frequency. So I was afraid of seeing ghosts, but I'm like loosening up to it. Like I'm warming up to it, and like my soul or God knows like what I need when I need it. So like my soul God doesn't want me to be fearful. My spirit guides, the other dimensions of myself, don't want me to be fearful. So like I'm starting to see orbs And I can see in my mind's eye, I can see, you know, beings and things like that, which is really cool. I say that to say, we're all on super unique journeys, and we all have the capability of perceiving reality past what we think reality is. Because what we think reality is only a confined perception of reality, because reality is limitless. Reality is limitless. Reality is limitless. What we think reality is only our confined perception of what reality is. It's about dropping into our heart spaces and allowing us to experience new dimensions of ourselves. Because whatever we experience in our reality is only dimensions and aspects of ourselves. Why, Ashley, Hermes Trismegistus, so the Atlantean Tahuti gave us a universal principle of correspondence, as below, so above. So all the energies that we hold inside project into our reality. The energies that we hold inside project into our reality create our reality. So the way we relate with ourselves is only a mirror to our reality, right? So it's like when you get intrigued about yourself, when you get intrigued about learning more about yourself, which is learning more about the oneness of all things, you open yourself up to doors that open yourself up to new realities, expansive understandings of yourself, expansive understandings of the oneness of all things, higher consciousness awareness. I'm super glad that you found this Oneness Connection Tarot video. This one is entitled Spiritual Alignment. Again, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let's get activated, raise our conscious awareness of self in order to relate to ourselves and others in a beautiful, compassionate, unconditionally loving way. That's another thing. Everything that happens in our reality, you know, when you get angry, when other people get angry, it's a tool. I used to fear anger. Like I used to fear it for many reasons that I'm not going to go into, but I used to fear anger and confrontation, but it's really a tool to up level within yourself. And it's also mastering ourselves so that when we do perceive energies of anger within ourselves, we don't use that energy of anger within ourselves to harm ourselves or others. And that's about getting more masterful and conscious about ourselves, where we can just look at the energies within ourselves and not project them automatically. We can perceive and use our energy wisely. We are well-oiled machines. We are like, please use responsibly. Like, please drink responsibly. Please use responsibly. Use yourself responsibly. Use yourself responsibly. Take care of yourself and understand the mechanism, the design, the beautiful design, well-equipped, expansive, substantial design in which you are, in which we've always been, in which you've always been. It's just coming into new levels of conscious awareness of self. Again, my name is Ashley Nicole Phillips. I'm super glad that you found Oneness Connection Tarot. Again, Kingdom Things Podcast, you can listen to, view Kingdom Things Podcast on YouTube and Spotify. You can listen to and view the energies and messages in which I channel from my Akashic record, or the oneness of all things, in order to assist with the upliftment of the human consciousness. I'm also an author, which is super exciting. I channeled, or I was gifted, Asia's story, AP Short Stories on YouTube. Go ahead and search that, AP Short Stories on YouTube. I'll actually link the channel in the description of this video. AP Short Stories is like my literary umbrella. I channeled Asia's story, Coming Home, the story of Asia, which is followed by the story of Asia, I'm Home. It's about a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system, and she, just like yourself, just like me, is awakening to more expansive perceptions of who she is. And as she does this, she's catalyzed onto her spiritual path, her spiritual awakening journey, in which she's kidnapped by her twin flames dad's goons. She meets her twin flame in the hallway of her school, Manhattan Prep, and then she's kidnapped by her twin flame's dad's goons. And then she, finds out she's a starseed, and then she, ends up homeless, and then she finds her, soul tribe, and then she manifests a reality that has always been hers, was always projected to be hers. AP Short Stories, you can go ahead and click over and listen to as I audiobook style narrate or read Asia's story. I'm also a musician. I love writing and singing music. I gleaned in spirit, or my God inside showed me how music was like a factory mode thing, because music is like a human culture mainstay. Like music is a human culture mainstay. Factory mode doesn't mean bad. It just means it's like a herd thing. Like most of humanity loves music. It doesn't matter what kind of music you love music. So I was able to glean, because God asked me, because I put music down. I've been doing music like all my life, since I can remember, like music's been my thing. But God was like, put music to the side and focus on your spirituality, get into alignment. Let me show you who you are, or you're the biblically prophesied Messiah, or I want you to see more of yourself in order for you to light the way for others to see more of themselves. Cool. Okay, Ashley, here's your music back. Why do you want to do this? And I was like, God, because I love it. And then God showed me that it's a part of like human consciousness. We love music, which is a beautiful thing. It's not a bad thing. We've made so many beautiful things in the darkness, or the unawareness of self, the unawareness that we've always been a part of the oneness of all things, the unawareness that we've always been God and been a part of God. We've always been dimensions and aspects of God and always been a part of God. We made so many beautiful things in the darkness, and it's not throwing those things away, but it's shining light on those things to elevate them into higher conscious awareness of self and to new patterns of being. My music, Ashley Nicole Music, you can find on YouTube. I'll link again my music channel within this description of this video. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love, because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love, because the way you love on yourself is the way in which you project your reality. Self-love is the best love, because you are love. Give that love to yourself first. That second one was very comparable to the first one, but you know what? We're going to go with it. Bye.